Hi there, welcome to the White Horse Village Kitchens. My name is Joseph Bai. I am your executive chef. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be preparing for you a scallop dish. Growing up in New England, I had the opportunity to work with a lot of great seafoods, and scallops is one of my favorites. We're going to prepare for you today a seared scallop dish with an edamame ragu and some red wine vinaigrette, and we're going to finish it off with some nice fried crispy leeks on top. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get going with this edamame ragu. And what the edamame ragu entails is onions, celery, carrots, and edamame. In my pot right here behind me that I have heated up, I'm going to put a little bit of canola oil. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add my onions. I'm going to add a little bit of celery and some carrots, all diced. I'm going to work these celery, onions, and carrots just a little bit for a little while. We're just going to get these slightly translucent, almost to the caramelized stage. Okay? Once we get to that stage, I'm going to add the edamame. Edamame is simply a shelled soybean. Okay? You can find these in any local market. Sometimes you can get them fresh, sometimes you can find them in the freezer section. Edamame is a great source of protein. To that I'm going to add my edamame. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir that around, and then I'm going to add some chicken stock, some fresh chicken stock. If you can't make your own fresh chicken stock, I suggest that you get some nice canned chicken stock or broth from your local supplier, your local store. So I'm going to add this in. About 2 to 3 cups. And what I'm going to do is going to let that cook for a little while, just until the edamame gets nice and soft and cooked through. Okay. Now to this edamame, also what we're going to do is we're going to add some salt and pepper, which I have right here, and a sprig of fresh rosemary. I'm going to take rosemary sprigs and add that in. What's that going to do is that's going to add a nice fresh rosemary flavor right to that. I'm going to let that go for a little bit. I'm also going to add to this a little bit of butter, little knob of butter. And what's this going to do is just going to give it a nice soft velvety sauce. We're going to start working on the red wine vinaigrette. To the red wine vinaigrette, I'm going to get a little bit of canola oil going in this pan here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of fresh chopped shallots. You can hear those shallots just starting to crackle in the pan a little bit. I'm going to saute these for about 20 to 30 seconds, just so they get slightly translucent. The dice on these are very small, so it should go along very quickly. Now to this, what I'm going to do is add my red wine. This is a Cabernet. A Cabernet wine that we're going to reduce for about 20 to 30 minutes, okay? So this will take a little bit of time. All in all, the prep time in this whole dish is just cooking your beans and as well as cooking your red wine vinaigrette. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get into doing the seared scallops. Okay. I'm going to move my beans to the back of the stove here and let these get cooking there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of canola oil to my pan here. Okay, I want to get this pan a medium to high hot. Okay, you want to get it like fairly hot. because I'm going to want to create a nice good sear on these scallops. I'm going to take a second here just to talk about these scallops. There's all different kinds of scallops that you can get. There's three commercially grown harvested scallops that are out there on the market. There's the bay scallops, which are small, calico, which are small, and there are sea scallops. For this dish, we're going to use some sea scallops. And what I want to show you a little bit about these sea scallops here are that they have these little muscles on them. And what you like to do is you like to take these little muscles off, okay? And simply what you can do, because you can just discard them. When the muscles are left intact on the scallops, they tend to be chewy. Okay, so we want to take these little muscles off, okay, and we want to clean them up just a little bit. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to season these scallops with a little bit of salt and pepper and get them ready to go right into the pan. Okay, I'm going to season these with a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to add these very carefully right to the pan. Just be careful when you're adding anything to the pan as it gets a little hot. You can see those scallops right there. They're going to get a nice crust on them. These scallops here take about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. You can use some tongs just to give these a quick turn. You can see that right away, that they developed a nice little quick crust on them.